Representative Pinto.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I have two motions that I'd like to make at this time. Should I proceed with that?
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My first motion relates to House File 1669. Members will remember that this is the bill which takes the same criminal background checks that are required for most sales of firearms and simply extends them to all sales of firearms with reasonable exceptions such as to family members. This is a common sense step that's already used in other states. They have lower levels of domestic violence fatalities, lower levels of suicide by firearm, et cetera. And it's supported by the great majority of Minnesotans, of Republicans, and of gun owners who know that, yes, we can do more to keep firearms out of the hands of dangerous people and at the same time uphold the rights of those many responsible gun owners. We can do both. So when the bill was tabled a few weeks ago, the reason given at the time was the committee needed more time to review other bills on this topic. We have not heard any other such bills. And in those weeks since it was tabled, the momentum for criminal background checks has only grown. Support from law enforcement, the governor, more Republican legislators, thousands and thousands of young people. So members, today is the very last day that the committee can hear this bill and have it referred to other committees to make the legislative deadline. So I've waited till the last day and actually the very end of the meeting on the last day. And so, Mr. Chair and members, I am therefore moving to take House File 1669 back off the table so it can be debated and finally, more than a year after it was introduced, take just the next step in the legislative process. The many Minnesotans who support criminal background checks on sales ask for your support for this motion.
Okay. Members, this motion is not a debatable motion, and I will ask for a roll call myself.
Okay.
And with that, we will take the roll.
Johnson,
No.
Lomer,
No.
Hillstrom,
Aye.
Beckerfin,
Aye.
Considine,
Yes.
Dean,
Aye.
Frankie,
Aye.
Grossel,
No.
Howe,
Nay.
Lucero,
No.
Newberger,
No.
O'Neill,
No.
Pinto,
Yes.
Uglum,
No.
Ward,
Yes.
Zerwas.
No.
At 7 aye, 9 nay, the bill does not. The motion does not pass.
And Mr. Chair and members, then my second motion relates to House File 1605, which you'll recall allows family members or law enforcement to seek an extreme risk protection order. This is a court order keeping firearms away from someone who has proven themselves to be a significant danger. And this is modeled on the same restraining order with the same due process protections that apply in domestic violence or harassment cases. I have an amended draft that I had circulated that incorporates ideas that were shared at the hearing and since. And as with criminal background checks, this is a common sense step that's already in use in other states. It has for years and is working well. It's another way to help keep guns out of the hands of dangerous people, at the same time uphold the rights of responsible gun owners. And again, just in the weeks since this bill was tabled, the momentum for extreme risk protection orders has grown. The Republican legislature and governor in Florida have adopted these orders. The Trump administration has called on every state to adopt extreme risk protection orders. The NRA has called on Congress to support states to enact extreme risk protection orders. And the U.S. Department of Justice, Attorney General Sessions have offered to states to help them in setting up these orders. As with criminal background checks, this bill was introduced more than a year ago, and today again is the very last day, we're in the last minutes, that the committee can hear it and have it referred to other committees to make legislative deadlines. And so, Mr. Chair and members, I'm moving to take this bill as well back off the table so it can be debated and finally take the next step in the legislative process. Minnesotans want us to join the rest of the country in adopting this common sense approach to help keep guns out of the hands of dangerous people.
Okay, members, again, this motion is not a debatable motion. And I also, again, will request a roll call on this motion. And at this time, we will take the roll.
Johnson,
No.
Lomer,
No.
Hillstrom,
Aye.
Beckerfin,
Aye.
Considine,
Aye.
Dean,
Aye.
Frankie,
No.
Grossel,
No.
Howe,
Nay.
Lucero,
No.
Newberger,
No.
O'Neill,
No.
Pinto,
Yes.
Uglum,
No.
Ward,
Yes.
Zerwas.
No.
Okay, members, at 6 ayes, 10 nays, the motion does not pass. Representative Considine.
Mr. Chair, yeah,
How do you people sleep at night?
On our beds.
Kids are all gonna vote soon. Say goodbye to your job.
Vote them out.
Representative Considine. This meeting is adjourned.
God.